The worker picks up the collar. Using a set of red-hot pliers, the worker removes the shrimp's eye. A freshly scalding shrimp eyeball is carefully taken out. The worker's intention is not to harm the shrimp's body. This is simply the fastest way to prepare shrimp for production. Perhaps the shrimp's eyesight is too sharp. Investing in love is not always easy. So the eyeball is removed. This accelerates the maturity of germ cells. In a shrimp farm, cyclopes-like and blind shrimp are common. Workers return the prepared shrimp to the breeding area. After a period of time, they naturally pair up. In plain sight, the male shrimp pull out all the stops. They strive to win the hearts of female shrimp. Taking the opportunity to attach their golden armor, they secure themselves to the females. Some farms, however, don't rely on the males. The golden armor is removed directly by workers. This allows for artificial insemination. As an introduced species, white shrimp in the country have faced numerous challenges. While captive breeding seems simple, it is actually more complex than it appears. Over a decade ago, green shrimp were mostly imported. Penaeus vanameae is native to the Pacific coast of South America. They're real shrimp. Through the desalination cultivation of shrimp seedlings, as long as the water nutrients are satisfied, they can live in ponds near freshwater. About half a day after successful pairing, the dead shrimp are starting to fire. Shrimp eggs are densely packed like a shower, scattered in every corner of the delivery room. For many shrimp that hatch from burst eggs, Penaeus vanameae has a more casual attitude towards its offspring. Belonging to the shepherd of Saya, they lay the eggs and they're done. In order to survive, shrimp eggs must acquire the ability to survive in a short period of time. Leave my mother for about half a day. They're about to break out. Become a complete life. Workers use the refractive properties of larvae. Collect them. Sent to the nursery pond for feeding. The hatchling is not so much a shrimp. I'd rather say one. Bugs need to be shelled multiple times in more than 10 days. To become a real shrimp, workers let them live at pH in an environment around 18, while cultivating algae fertilizer water. Provide them with zooplankton, or high-protein feed, in a privileged environment. It only takes a month. The shrimp seedlings can grow to about 1 centimeter. This means you can leave the farm, moving to a new home, without machine assistance. Counting the number of shrimp seedlings is important for farmers. It's a real problem. Many rely on weighing, or make rough statistics based on feeling. It's different now. Just lay the shrimp seedlings flat on the tray. Send it to the counting machine and take 3 photos. The number of shrimp seedlings in a plate is good. The accuracy rate is over 90%. Workers remove shrimp seedlings from the nursery pond, packed in plastic bags according to quantity. Pack and take away directly after oxygenation. There are many different models of white shrimp farming in South America today. Tutong seaside. Water towns can survive anywhere. Where will you end up living? It depends on where they come from. The shrimp seedlings cultured at low salinity go to freshwater soil ponds. What comes out of the salinity of the sea is settled by the sea. This is the Ganges pie farm. It's as if the whole periodic table is there. Can the aquatic products from this water quality really be eaten? It turns out that seeing is not necessarily true. These pond tanks are like open septic tanks. It's not as dirty as you think. For the upcoming top gifter dad, erase the traces of the previous batch of residents. The worker's attitude is serious. Dried sugar water at one time. Expose it to the scorching sun. Remove unclean silt. Then, according to the quantity of 100 kilograms per mu, sprinkle quicklime on the pond. So much quicklime. Aren't you afraid of drowning shrimp seedlings? Of course not. Native to the sea in South America. Favorite pH to 8 to 8.5. The alkaline water quality. For them, nowhere more suitable for life than the saline land by the sea. So the fish ponds on the creek belt. You don't even have to deal with the water. However, in the mud pond, human intervention is required. Create the good environment they need to survive. Put quicklime for about half a month. Workers began to drink from the pool. Wait until the water quality meets the standard. Throw the shrimp seedling belt just delivered into the pond. Give them half an hour to get used to the water temperature. Finally, according to the density of 150,000 tails per acre, put the shrimp seedlings in the pond. Newly opened shrimp pond. The water quality is no different. As time goes by, sugar water turns from clear to yellow. Later it even became a pot of boiled porridge. This situation, mainly from these foul-smelling liquids. Workers follow the principle of eating less and more often. Feed 4 to 5 times a day and night. Soon the shrimp in the pond grew one after another. They're getting denser. As the saying goes, you eat more, you eat more. This shrimp is going big. I didn't expect a shrimp to be so big. Hundreds of thousands of tails. That fish pond is an open septic tank. Not an exaggeration at all. If it is simple to replace the fish pond with water, I want to change the water in the pool. That's not enough. White prawns are very likely to drown in their own feces. Workers regularly test water quality. If the pH is too high, sprinkle potassium permanganate. If the pH is too low, sprinkle quicklime. Once the ammonia nitrogen content exceeds the standard, when changing the water, various probiotics will also be splashed. Promotes algae growth. Let them through photosynthesis. Stabilize and control the ecological balance of water bodies. The way to defeat magic with magic. Inhibit or destroy certain bacteria. And the dirty driftwood floating on the water. It's just cultivated algae. I have to. The benefits of probiotics. It also poses another problem for farmers. When these beneficial bacteria come into play, consumes a lot of oxygen. So white shrimp farms consume a lot of electricity. Oxygen equipment is often open for free. Some large shrimp ponds can't rely on the front table aerator alone. Oxygenation equipment has to be installed at the bottom of the pond. The Peneus vanameae is an animal of 7 knots, breathing very fast. It requires more dissolved oxygen to grow normally. In addition to daily pond searching and observation of water, workers regularly put feed in net pockets. Please join us. Random selection of Biduatia in the pond. Check the enclosure, viscera and other parts. Intervene as soon as a problem is identified. Shrimp farming. Prevention is greater than cure. Many times a problem is discovered too late. Don't look at these shrimp, they don't kill anybody. They are never polite to deal with the old, the weak, the sick, and the disabled. Once the sick shrimp are caught, a few more sips strong companions. All kinds of diseases spread quietly. 2 or 3 months in the pond. 1 centimeter of shrimp seedlings can grow to about 12 centimeters. This means that it can be monetized. You don't have to do business with a bank to wear a hood. May also be fishing for shrimp. Never underestimate the lethality of a feed shrimp. Once the group music begins, like an awl with a motor attached, sharp spikes, you can lose your light at any moment. As the most farmed shrimp in the world, do you know which country currently has the highest production? The answer is in the comments section. Don't look at the Yakagawa in India. Tion specializes in all kinds of discrepancies. They're very sophisticated at raising prawns. It's big. Under normal circumstances, farmers only want to keep shrimp seedlings for 2 months. It's not that they can't grow up anymore. It is the most cost-effective time at this time. You can tell by looking at shrimp reproduction. Prawns can grow really big, but farmed prawns are for farmers, beyond human reach. As they get bigger, the sugar water will get muddier and muddier. I want them to come out alive. It requires a lot of means and technical support. Otherwise return to the night before liberation. After removing the oxygenation equipment, the workers began to unfold the big net, and they did a full sweep of shrimp ponds. It turns out, as long as online shopping is big enough, it doesn't matter how you jump. Workers are gradually narrowing the scope, trapping shrimp in depression. Then they quickly move them to shore in net pockets. Many people think that frozen shrimp, cooked shrimp and shrimp are made of 6 shrimp zombie shrimp. Just look down and eat with confidence. To prevent it from turning into stinky shrimp during transportation, the caring workers added some ice to them to reduce the fire. Then I took a special car to the processing plant. Newcomer, you have to bathe first, lest people know their background. After 2 rounds of cleaning, the refreshing white hair around the body is taken away by the assembly line. Lost his head in the hands of a worker to remove spattered stains. Freshly baked shrimp tails entered the scrubbing process again. The workers then removed the shrimp line. Remove the hard shell. After the last flush, workers put some shrimp, tiled on the quick freezing assembly line. Wait until it's time to move. They will lie on the clear water for a round. Put on a thin ice coat. In this way, each shrimp is not easy to stick to. Better preservation effect. Store longer. The most important thing is that the weight has also increased a little. The machine packs shrimp by weight. At this point, the lively shrimp is ready. The other part of the shrimp is cooked directly. It will also be handled by soldiers. It will not be delivered to the market together until it reaches the factory standard. For customers who like to peel shrimp, the factory has also given special treatment. Wash the fresh shrimp for several rounds first. After scalding in boiling water, cold water cooling, automatically filtered by the system. Pack and send to the freezer according to body size. There's no question. Shrimp in the market. The quality of cooked shrimp depends on the raw material, freshness and living environment. Generally speaking, products of fresh shrimp achievement. The body will be bent, flesh firming, more beautiful in color. Thanks for watching. See you next time.